Hey, do you love to daydream? Well, if you're like most, you probably do. What if I told you that you can daydream yourself into a better life? I did. I'll show you how I did it. Let's go. I personally think that daydreaming is a better use of your time than social media. I would rather stare into the clouds. Anyway, hang on till the end of this video where it's gonna wrap up really good, okay? Hang on. I hope this doesn't fall down. Anyway, hey guys, Shadow Artiste, Toronto. Decided to just put up some old art because, I don't know, it was looking like a black and white movie here. And I wanted to bring in some color. All right, so check this out. In my pocket, in my wallet, I don't know if I should have showed that, but anyway. I carry this little paper around with me, like a weird paper. And on it, it has the 7 daydreaming hacks. Look, it's like an old friggin' paper. Check it out. See? And the reason why I carry it around is because it works. I'm going to tell you what's on this paper, guys. There's rules to daydreaming. You know, I know a lot of people think daydreaming is a waste of time. Like, what are you doing daydreaming all day? Get out there, whatever. But if you know what you're doing, it's not a waste of time. It can actually help you design a life of your dreams. Seriously, it can if you know how to use it right. Okay? So here we go. We're going to go through the 7 rules of daydreaming that you have to know. This can change your life, guys. Seriously, it did to me. Okay? Here we go. The first one, you got to be in reality. Reality only. No flying like a superhero or something, or spending time thinking about how to spend the money when you win the lottery. You know when you think about spending the money when you win the lottery? When the money's in your bank. When the money's in your bank account, the lottery money, then you can spend time thinking about how you're going to spend that money. Otherwise, it's a waste of time, guys. Okay? So it has to be a realistic situation. It could be far-fetched. It's okay. I'll take far-fetched. Okay? But it has to be reality-based. Do not daydream fantasies, unless, of course, you're like a fantasy writer or something, and you have to, you know, dream in detail about things that are not real because you have to describe them when you're writing them out. That's a whole other deal. But I'm just saying, me, I don't daydream about anything that doesn't get me forward. All right? Let's move on to the second one. But you know what? I got to sand this thing. So let me get some sandpaper and then we'll move on to the second one. Okay? Let's go. All right. If you notice, we're putting kind of like rules on daydreaming. I know that it's not something that you put rules on, but if you want it to benefit you, you put rules on it. Rule number 2, limit all your daydreaming to less than 5 years away. Okay? What the hell? This paper doesn't even fit in here. Shit. The fuck, man? Why is this down like that? Shit. I didn't make it long enough. Fuck. Jeez, what a waste. This is a horrible design. What the fuck? I must be doing something wrong. I need to get a new one of these. That's what you get when you buy shit stuff. This is the cheapest sander I could find. Holy shit. Okay. That sucked. Back to limit your daydreaming to only 5 years away. Okay? So don't be like daydreaming about being on the beach at 67 years old in Bali somewhere when you're 29. You're wasting your time because you're going to change. You always change. You're going to change your mind. In 5 years, you're going to be a different person. So only daydream 5 years. That's it. From now to 5 years. Don't go past 5 years. You're wasting your time because things are going to change as you go along. Okay? Because it's almost like visualization. Remember, you know, like that book, The Secret, or whatever. Like, why would you visualize something that's too far away? All right? So anyway, now that I got that done, let's turn this on. All right, let's go. The next one is ask a lot of what if questions. Like, what if I do this? What if I move here? What if this? What if that? Check out all the possibilities when you're daydreaming. Keep it realistic. Keep it under 5 years and ask yourself, what if this happens? What if I do that? What if you try something and it doesn't work out? What if, what if, what if? Just keep saying that to yourself. But about your life and about what you want to do, right? Focus on yourself. Don't worry about anybody else. Okay, here's two good ones. Okay, this is more for artists and people who are, you know, striving to do something. Okay? The first one is if you're daydreaming, daydream instead of thinking like, oh, I'm going to win the lottery or whatever, more think like, as far as your goals, if you had unlimited budget, what would you do to push yourself forward? How would you market yourself? How would your art look? How would your music sound if you had unlimited budget? How? Just break free from always thinking that, you know, you don't have enough or whatever. I know how it feels. Like you want to do something big, but you feel like you're the little guy, you know, and you kind of like feel like you're at the bottom. But I find that sometimes I do this, you know. I just think, what do I do if I had unlimited money? If I had someone to direct a commercial for me or something like that, who would I hire? How would it look? And then just do it. Do it yourself. You know what I mean? Find a way of doing it. But I'm just saying it kind of helps you create. Oh, whew. This one I like a lot. I wrote over here, your version of a story. What I mean is, this is a great exercise for creative people. Even try this if you don't think you're creative. Grab a story, like a common story, like anything. Cinderella, Jack and Jill, like anything. It doesn't matter. Daydream and visualize your own version. Like your name, Cinderella. Shadow artiste, Cinderella. Like, how would everything look? Think about it. It's such a fun exercise to do. How would the trees look? How would the carriage look in Cinderella? How would Cinderella look in your version? How would they be dressed? How would the forest look? Would it be bright with skinny trees? Would it be dark and dense? Would there be light coming through? Would there be animals? Like, there's just so many things that, and doing this exercise, right? When I do this exercise, or when you do this exercise, you'll realize that you're probably more creative than you think, you know? And you'll kind of get a well-rounded kind of confidence in your style, right? You'll know kind of where you lie. Think about that. So grab your favorite story, and if you're going to daydream your own version of that story in detail, okay? So anyway, I gotta get putty now. Damn, man, this thing's all scratchy. Okay, now these next two kind of go together anyway. Now, it's nothing wrong with structuring a time to daydream. Nothing wrong with that. And also, having an intention to what you're doing so that you're not just, basically it's like half meditation, half daydreaming. Nothing wrong with sitting down to figure out a process of what you might have to go through. Reverse engineer where you want to be. All right, that looks good. Nice and smooth. I'll sand it later. Now, the next one is really important, okay? You hear about it all the time, like athletes do it. They visualize achievement. They visualize how they're going to feel at the end of what they're trying to pursue, right? It's almost like you're prepping the universe and prepping yourself for things to happen. Now, when people talk about this, it's usually, some big goal, 5, 10 years down the line, picture winning an Oscar or something. Listen, I'm going to give you a word of advice. I use this, but I use it for today. I visualize what I have to do today. Never mind 5 years down the line. Like sometimes when I have a busy day, I'll just sit down, I'll close my eyes for 5, 10 minutes, and I'll visualize myself going through the day. It's amazing what happens, guys. Like, this is what usually happens. I'll sit there and I'll think and I'll be like, okay, I got to go to my car and it's cold outside. And it's like, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I got to pick up that thing and bring it to the car. And then you visualize it. Then you're remembering things that you wouldn't remember. Trust me, if I just scooted right out of the house. If I was just like, okay, man, I got to go, boom, 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 I wouldn't have remembered. But I actually visualized the steps. Like I keep saying, it's almost like you do it twice. You do it once mentally, and then you do it once in the real world. Okay? Let's wrap this up. All right. So this is the most important part. All of this doesn't mean shit. It's just dreaming. It's just in your head. Friggin' chemicals in your brain. Look, this is where the action is. The power comes in the combination of all of these elements with the implementation of action in the real world. That's how you get things done. Never mind everything I said. If you're not going to take action, then forget about it. Okay? That's what you got to do. I wrote it down here originally. I don't know. Right here. The most powerful approach is combining intentional daydreaming with consistent implementation. That's what I'm doing. And I'm getting a lot done. It works. Give it a shot, guys. If you're daydreamer types, you know what I mean? You guys like a lot of artists love to daydream, you know what I mean? But at least make it so that, man, it works for you so that you can friggin' get ahead, you know? Anyway, guys, I have made playlists. I finally figured it out. I got one here for education and one here for motivation, okay? Anyway, guys, stick around. Shadow Artiste, let's go. Subscribe down below.